K through 5th team. We are so excited you are with us, and let's give a warm welcome to our 3rd through 5th team at Grand. We're so excited. We have prayed for this opportunity to split that class, and you guys are an answer to prayer. So thank you for serving. We are going through our K through 2nd prep here, but within that you may find some things that you can use in the 3rd through 5th class as well. So let's get started. On page 1, we have a little timeline we added here in blue so that you can see a little more clearly the timeline for the class. Okay, and if that's helpful to you, I hope you can refer to it to help your teacher stay on course. Okay, if you are an assistant. All right, so Ephesians 12 is our memory verse for October. So it's adding on to Ephesians 10 and 11. And this is, again, the armor of God. You can definitely look at the video so that you know it, you get into it, because you guys, we're all going to memorize this. Whether we like it or not, this rap is going to be in our heads, which is great. So when the kids go to be tested on this, they only need to test on Ephesians 6:12. So they probably will know Ephesians 10 and 11. That's great. But as they get tested, just make sure they know this verse to get a prize, okay? Because we're going to have them add on to it. Okay, here we go. On to the rules and video lesson. And after video lesson, we will go into the real lesson, which is from Genesis 37:12 through 36. This is Joseph is attacked by his brothers. Okay, and make sure that you got the kids have Bibles or opened up. They know how to find Genesis 37 in their Bibles. This ends, and then on page 5 is our little wrap up, which is going to be 2 truths and a lie. Okay, and again, going off of the lies of Joseph's brothers, so and how they had to cover up their lies about how Joseph died when he did not. All right, so just kind of follow through all of that. And then you'll go and play the wrap-up video. After wrap-up is small group time. If you have like 3 people in your room and you were like, hey, we should do 3 groups, just pull the questions up on your phone from the email. You can refer to those, hand the clipboard off to someone else, and you can have 3 groups, which is even more intimate, and we love that, right? I think small group time is the best time in K through 2nd class. So great, because then you really can see where everybody's at, right? Which leads me into our new Follower of Jesus page on page 7. Okay, you guys, you're gonna turn to this, you're gonna be like, oh my gosh, this is so overwhelming, there's so much in here. This is what we'd love for you to do. This is a revamp of our Follower of Jesus page that we did for a year, that we had the idea to take this and run with it, haha. But run with the idea of following Jesus is like running a race. So this is just a great word picture that we can always bring every weekly lesson back to, that it's like, okay, you know, Joseph had to endure this. So, you know, maybe the theme is on endurance. Well, part of running a race is having endurance. There's a section for that. So focusing on parts of this page to connect the lesson to what it means to be a follower of Jesus. We want it tangible for them. We want to bring it back to an application at the end of the lesson of like, okay, this is what God did in this story. We think God can do this all the time, and He can do this in your life as well. So we want you to learn this really well. And then to kind of, as you're prepping the lesson, when it's your chance to teach every other week, to see what truths in this Follower Jesus page can be added into that at the end, into your small group time. And there still is a prayer to ask the Lord to be the Lord of your life and to be a follower of Jesus. It's on here, so we'd love for you to still pray for that and pray that, and then to ask afterwards, like, who wants to get in the race, who hasn't been running with Jesus, or maybe is there someone that needs to get back in the race, you know, that we can pray for you. And then we'd love for you still to write their names down in the response page that is added here. I always put it here every week. We want to know who those kids are. You guys are on the ground floor there, just finding out what is going on with these kiddos. And so if we know how to pray for them, or maybe they've just recently accepted the Lord into their life, we want to know so that we can partner with their parents in letting them know in that way. Okay? All right. Arrange your game if you have time. Prayer, of course, and you're out. Okay, have a great weekend. We love you guys. Take care. Bye.